Now, in our next story, we delve into the experiences of Indian students studying abroad in a post-pandemic world. While the number of Indian students pursuing international education, that's been on the rise, it appears that their journey that's far from the glamorous image that's often portrayed on social media. Take a look at our next report to know more.
Studying abroad feels like a dream and fancy, but is this a true statement? Many Indian students studying in countries like the US, UK, Germany, Poland, Canada and Australia have shared their challenges online and concerns regarding the reality of studying abroad. University students in particular have experienced significant fear of the post-COVID-19 scenario, full of uncertainty and lower quality of life due to lesser social contact. Students have also expressed frustration with the fake image portrayed on social media, where the life of an international student is depicted as a never-ending party. It's not just the financial challenges that students are facing. The mental health of international students has also come under the spotlight. With a significant portion of academic life now conducted online, Indian students who've travelled abroad for a quality education are facing added pressure. Despite these challenges, some students have found support and help from their universities and healthcare systems abroad. Many universities are actively providing therapy and support to students, which has proved helpful in improving their mental health. The dream of studying abroad may be a complex journey filled with challenges, but it's heartening to see that universities and students themselves are taking steps to address these issues. Bureau Report, WION World is One.
Moving on now, we're being joined by Neeti Sharma, co-founder and president of Team Leads EdTech. She's joining us from Bengaluru for more on the story. Thank you so much for joining us. Now, in the age of social media portraying an idealized image of international student life, what practical advice would you offer to students to help them manage their expectations and also navigate the real challenges that they may encounter while studying abroad?
Thank you, and thank you for having me on this show. I think this is a very pertinent topic and a question that we keep encountering when students are wanting to go abroad and study, both from students and parents. I would like to say, from the students and the families' perspective, first and foremost, while we've decided which university we want to go to, what programs, everything is set, I think it's important that we do our homework. It's important we understand where the student is going to go, language differences, food habit differences, cultural differences. I think mentally we have to be prepared that things are not going to be the same as they were at home, and I think if we are able to understand what are the difficulties we are going to face and prepare thereon, I think half the battle is won already. We have to understand that there will be challenges mentally, physically, temperatures are going to be different, weathers are going to be very different, culturally it's going to be very different, and academically as well, because in India, students are used to studying in a certain shape and form, where a teacher is telling them in class what needs to be, learned, what needs to be read. But when they go to other universities, the pedagogy of learning is going to be very different. So I think, all three, physically, mentally, and academically, if we understand how it's going to be different and prepare ourselves more in the mind than, actually going there, I think that's a first step well taken. Apart from that, once a student lands into the foreign land, I think we also have to accept that this is a new place we have gone in, and we have to embrace their differences and their culture, rather than expecting, the university support groups, the colleagues, the peers to embrace, where I come from. Hey, you don't understand my culture and this is what I'm going to do. I think we have to shed all of that and ensure that we are on the other side. We've gone to a foreign land and we should accept the changes and differences. I think that's really the first step in my mind.
Right, absolutely. Could you also highlight specific initiatives or support systems perhaps that universities abroad can put in place to address the mental health concerns of international students as well?
Yeah, sure. So I think there are some universities that have already started, developing or building peer groups who can help students who are coming in from different countries, different religions, different castes, different societies, and different beliefs. I think that's the first step the university should take, and actually all universities should do that. But apart from that, I think just hearing the student, I think having a very detailed conversation with every student who is coming into their universities, ensuring that there are counseling desks so that students can reach out to people without fearing of being judged. And the third aspect is, I think, maybe initially give some academic flexibility so that the pressure the student has of just adjusting into a foreign university reduces. Because if from day one you expect students to go into like about 8 to 9 hours of classroom sessions, ensure that the credits are done from the first few months, I think that adds up to a pressure. So I think a couple of things the universities can do very clearly to just smoothen the settling in process. Then, of course, it's up to the student how much they can push themselves and ensure that they become successful in the foreign land.
All right, Ms. Neeti Sharma, thank you so much for joining us on the show with your insights on this.
Thank you so much.
WION is now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.